Hey guys, and welcome to another PTR video, and this one is for chapter 2, and it's gonna involve the Maw. So it's very Maw focused and should lead us to getting to Korthia. So I hope you enjoy, and let's get started.
I have limitless time. You do not. I would... Have you come to trade, or to waste your breath?
Okay, let's check out the items. The items do appear to be exactly the same, and it does look like it's still Stygia, which it for sure will not be in 9.1. They've already mentioned that. So I think we just don't have access to that new content on the PTR yet. It's still showing the Stygia. So vendor-wise, nothing to see here. I will, I'll keep coming back every so often to see if they've updated that so we can see the new currency, but at the moment it's looking exactly the same. Okay, well, this part here is very similar to the first time we encountered Venare in Shadowlands. Kinda similar thing going on.
Do you feel the maw tearing at your mind? I trust you are not followed. Procure something of value. Discover more secrets. Then we can talk.
The purpose reveals our way. This crisis will pass. The Arbiter sees all truths.
Okay, I have to admit, not totally fond of this little trial here.
Greetings, mortal. How may I serve? Keep to the path.
Okay, back to Oribos we go. A little quick trip to Korthia. I imagine it'll send us back, though.
We will face whatever comes.
And there's the portal that I was talking about in the last video when I was doing the Ardenweld Chapter 1. I had mentioned there's a portal that you can take from Oribos back to Korthia. That's it right there. So whenever you need to go back to Korthia, that's where you go.
We all have a duty to fulfill. You are welcome here.
Okay, so at this point you see me take a shit ton of quests, so I feel the need to point out which one's important here. So I took them all to show you that you do have access to quite a bit, as well as some dailies. But the quest that matters here is the Venare Quest. And that is the first quest you saw me grab by the quest hand-in that was called A Show of Gratitude. And worth noting, the Venare is in Korthia at this time. So don't go like heading to the Maw. She is in the cave right here. and then we're gonna head back over to the Maw to meet up with her there.
Find anything of interest, Moonwalker? Return only if you must.
So this is your focus for the campaign. All the rest, they're side stuff. Okay, so this is gonna be a bit of a slow walk. You might have noticed there that sound was me activating dash. And it doesn't really do a whole lot, but either or, I feel like I'm faster in cat form than I would be in the other form.
All mysteries will be revealed. Will that be all, Moonwalker? Trust not what you see in the Maw.
Oh, wow. I feel like this is gonna take us forever to land. Dramatic music cues in. Okay, so not totally sure if this was an error or whatnot, but at this point, after you see my cat land, we gotta go back to Venare and use the item again, and then we're in the right area with Venare. So that might have all been a bug right there.
Have you come to trade or to waste your breath? Return. I trust you are not followed. Will that be all, Moonwalker?
I serve Odin. Strive to be worthy. Glory to Odin. Glory to you on the battlefield. May Odin's gaze give you strength.
Ooh, some Odin storyline. Definitely been a while since I've been to Skyhold.
Are you worthy of Odin's gaze?
What victories do you bring?
He is so tall that even sitting down, unless I'm, got the camera really zoomed out, I never noticed the question mark.
My Valijor.
It's not the first time.
Remember, I am Valijor.
I don't know what it is, but I have always really loved these kind of quests. I think the first one I encountered in the game, which I believe is the first one in the game, was back in the Lich King expansion. They had one. Drawing a blank to where it was, but I remember it being in there. Actually, I believe it was in Shelazar when you were like fixing up the flight path and all that. Yeah, it's so simple, but I love it. I like that you have to read the chat to know what to throw in, and yeah, I've just always really liked these kind of quests. Okay, we got half a horn. Now for the other side, where I imagine we'll get the other half.
I dwell in the Shadowlands.
him Valarjar! Have you brought valor to these halls? Bring us tales of victory. Tell me of your battles. May your battles be glorious.
Ah, my new partner. Let us see how long you last. Do you feel the maw tearing at your mind? I will detain you no longer.
Okay, so once you return to Venare from doing the Odin stuff, you will be able to mount up in the maw. So yay! One of the major things that people are probably looking forward to that didn't do the maw mount achievement or got lucky with getting the mount from the Beast Warrens. So yeah, you can mount all over the place. I personally still use my cat form most of the time in the maw, even with being able to mount up now, just because while you can mount up, you're still visible and you're still gonna attract attention, right? So I, as a druid, just find it a little easier to just be stealthed and in CAD and dash, right? But for those that don't have that ability, you can mount up and go do your thing in the maw. This is the best it's gonna get, guys. There's not gonna be flying in the maw, so this is it. Okay, so this quest here took me a bit to realize that you actually get an item to do this quest. So you're not here just to kill these guys. You have to use the item, and that will ignite your progression towards the quest itself. There is a bit of a cooldown, not much, but a bit after using it. So that's why you see me kind of attacking here and there. It's because I don't like to not be doing anything. And so I would just kind of attack until my item was ready. But if you are okay with just standing around, you can just stand there, wait for the cooldown to wear off on your item, and then hit it. You do not have to do any attacking to them whatsoever. Okay, so that is the quest Anger Management. Now it's Tears of the Damned. It's just these items on the ground. You just gotta click them, so very easy. And then we can head over to Venare.
I have limitless time. You do not. Procure something of value.
Okay, so for this fight, you are going to focus the little guys. And you will just one by one knock them out. And then the fight's pretty much done at that point. The reason for this is that Eye of the Jailer. We get rid of that, so that is very nice, and you'll see that at the end of this. But that is the whole point of this part, is to get rid of that. Awesome. I personally, it's not that I minded that being on screen. I just didn't like where it was situated, honestly. Like, if it had been in the corner, kind of like the mini-maps in the corner, you know, of course, you know, we choose to keep the mini-map there. I've had, you know, some of my videos, the mini-maps situated elsewhere. But if it had been in a different place, I wouldn't have minded it so much. I was actually looking for an add-on to move it a while back. So I guess I no longer have to look for an add-on for that anymore. But the reason I didn't really like where it's situated is because, as you can see through my fighting right now, that's exactly where your mob's health is. So I would always have to kind of reposition my screen, turn myself like a little bit, or turn the screen a little bit, so I could see the full health on the mob, and that was just so annoying. And yeah, so I am happy to be rid of it.
Glory to Odin. Glory to you on the battlefield.
Yay, it's gone. So yeah, I'm really happy to be rid of that now. I just don't quite understand why they went that route. I know we're gonna be, you know, fighting the jailer elsewhere and stuff, but still, wasn't the whole point of the mod to put like a challenge in there and a danger element? And removing it now means we can freely do whatever we want in the maw. Granted, on a positive note of things, that does mean that I don't have to separate what I do souls-wise, because for my 20 souls, because I do dailies with it, and it would trigger the Eye of the Jailer so fast, I would separate that quest into 2 days so I could, you know, gradually do it and not have any, you know, bad effects happen from it. However, on another side of things, if you are currently equipped with the ring that was a very good ring, but now will be useless. So if you're equipped with the ring that has the effect of doesn't attract the attention of the jailer quite as much, you may want to replace that ring with something useful, because obviously that's gonna be no use at all in 9.1. And I can't imagine that they would replace something on it just because of it. You know, it's going to be a low-level ring soon. So, yeah, I would think that they're just going to keep it as is, and it'll just be useless until you move on to the next ring upgrade. Okay, so that completes Campaign Chapter 2, which gets you the removal of the Eye of the Jailer, and it allows you to start using any mount that you want that is, you know, at least a ground mount, no water mounts, but any ground mount that you want in the maw. And so that should make doing things in the maw a little easier in 9.1. So hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next one. The next chapter will be on how to obtain flying, which is all done in Korthia, so it's going to be a great video for you to see what Korthia looks like and get a feel of the area and all that. So we will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.